Hello, and welcome to this series on the origins of coffee, to coffee trading on global commodities markets, to the processes that gets coffee from the farm to the morning cup. So can you imagine a day without coffee? For most of us, that's just simply unthinkable. That morning ritual, the captivating aroma, and the energizing boost. Coffee is beautifully woven into our daily lives. But how did this beloved bean rise to such prominence? So today we embark on an inspiring journey back in time to uncover how coffee evolved from its humble beginnings to becoming a global phenomenon. We'll discover the origins of coffee, explore fascinating legends of its discovery, and witness its spread throughout the Arab world. Then we'll trace its incredible journey to every corner of the globe. Get ready to be inspired by the rich history of a drink that has profoundly shaped cultures, economies, and even politics for centuries. So first we start at the mythical birthplace of coffee, Ethiopia. The origins of coffee can be traced back to the rich and diverse forests of Ethiopia, particularly in a region known as Kaffa. The most common type of coffee, coffee Arabica, flourishes in areas with tall mountains and fertile soil. The Kaffa region in Ethiopia is an ideal example of this, characterized by its high altitudes and volcanic soil. More generally, coffee thrives in what is known as the bean belt, which is a region around the equator. This area typically features a tropical or subtropical climate with the following characteristics. First, mild temperatures, conditions that are not too cold or too hot. Goldilocks. Next, regular rainfall, sufficient water distributed throughout the year, along with a dry season that allows plants to rest and flower. High altitude. For Arabica beans, the higher elevations, ranging from about 800 to 2,000 meters above sea level, facilitate slower bean maturation, resulting in more complex and nuanced flavors. Coffee needs well-drained acidic soil. Volcanic soils are particularly ideal because they're rich in minerals that benefit coffee plants. And finally, some shade. While coffee is sun-grown, Arabica coffee plants traditionally prefer to grow under the shade of other trees. This environment helps regulate temperature and protects them from harsh sunlight. So while there are over 100 species of coffee plants, almost all the coffee we drink comes from just two main types, Arabica and Robusta. Think of them like apples. They're the same fruit, but have totally different characteristics. Here's a quick breakdown. So Arabica, coffee Arabica, this is a superstar, makes up about 60% of the world's coffee production. It's known for a smoother, sweeter, and more aromatic flavor, often with hints of fruit. Think chocolate, nuts, and flowers. Arabica also has lower acidity and less caffeine than Robusta. Arabica is somewhat delicate when it comes to growing. It thrives at high altitudes, usually between 950 and 2,000 meters above sea level, in cooler climates, and it requires consistent rainfall. It's also more susceptible to diseases. You'll find Arabica growing in regions such as Ethiopia, where it originated, Colombia, Brazil, Africa, and some Central American countries. Think of your specialty coffees and single origin brews. These are typically made from Arabica beans. Next up, Robusta, or coffee Canephora. This variety lives up to its name of being super robust and hardy. It accounts for about 25 to 40% of global coffee production. Robusta has a stronger, bolder, and a more bitter flavor, often described as earthy or rubbery, with a more pronounced aftertaste. It also packs a much larger caffeine punch, almost double that of Arabica. In terms of cultivation, Robusta is much easier to grow. It can thrive at lower altitudes, from sea level up to about 800 meters in warmer climates, and is more resistant to diseases and pests. Major Robusta producers include Vietnam, the world's second largest coffee exporter, Indonesia, and parts of Africa. You'll often find Robusta is used in espresso blends because it helps create that nice thick cream, instant coffees, and darker roasts. So while Arabica and Robusta are the two predominant types, you may occasionally hear about a few varieties as well. First up, Liberica, or coffee Liberica. This coffee variety is quite rare, accounting for a small percentage of global production. It's native to West Africa, though it's also cultivated in countries such as the Philippines and Malaysia. Liberica is known for its unique flavor, which often has woody or smoky notes, and additionally the trees that produce this coffee are massive. Then we have Excelsa, coffee Excelsa. It's often considered a variety of Liberica. Excelsa mainly grows in Southeast Asia. It offers a distinct flavor profile that combines tart and fruity notes with a lighter body. Excelsa coffee is sometimes used in blends to enhance complexity. There's a fascinating story of how coffee was discovered, and it revolves around Kaldi, an Egyptian goat herder around 850 AD. So one day, Kaldi noticed his goats behaving energetically, almost as if they were dancing after eating some bright red berries from a tree. So curious about their behavior, he decided to try the berries himself and experienced an invigorating buzz. He was excited about the discovery, so he shared his findings with the monks at a nearby monastery. However, the monks were skeptical and they viewed the berries as the devil's work, so they threw them into a fire. So to their surprise, the burning berries released such a rich and enticing aroma, roasted coffee. So intrigued by the wonderful smell, the monks retrieved the beans from the ashes, ground them up, and mixed them with hot water. This resulted in the world's first brewed coffee. They soon realized that this drink helped them stay awake during their long prayer sessions, making them the first to use coffee's energy boosts for practical purposes. It's important to remember that originally coffee beans weren't brewed in the way we do today. Early methods of using coffee were much simpler and focused primarily on achieving that stimulating effect. For centuries, local Oromo tribes in Ethiopia utilized coffee as a type of energy bar. They would crush raw coffee cherries, mix them with animal fat, and roll the mixture into small, nutrient-dense energy balls. Think early chocolate. Warriors would consume these during long treks or battles to maintain their energy and stay alert. Snickers bar. Another early method involved brewing the leaves and unroasted cherries into a tea-like drink, which also provided a mild buzz. The elaborate beverage we enjoy today, which includes roasting and grinding, developed much later as coffee traveled and people began experimenting with it. Thank you for taking the time to join me on this epic journey. In our next video, we'll look at the Islamic world as the cradle of the culture of coffee. Before we go, I'd like to tell you about my personal coffee journey. The Konzalu coffee story is also a journey through time. You know how coffee has an epic history, right? From the dancing goats in Ethiopia to the bustling coffee houses of the Ottoman Empire, it has spread all over the globe. At Konzalu Coffee, we are not just selling coffee. We're inviting you to be part of this amazing, centuries-old adventure right from your cup. Think about it. Every single Konzalu coffee bean carries a piece of that incredible journey. We carefully select our beans from our farm where coffee is grown under conditions similar to those of the ancient Ethiopian highlands. High altitudes, rich volcanic soil, and just the right amount of sunshine and rain. It's like we're tapping into the very essence of coffee's origin. When you brew a cup of Gonzalo coffee, you're not just getting a jolt of energy. You're chasing a heritage and a tradition that has traveled across continents and generations. You're connecting with Yemeni mystics who use coffee to stay awake during prayers, and the European intellectuals who fueled their big ideas in lively coffee houses. Our beans are roasted with the same passion, honoring coffee's past while creating something truly special for your present. So go ahead, grab a cup of Gonzalo coffee. Take a sip and close your eyes. Can you feel that history, that energy, that connection? This isn't just coffee. It's a piece of the world's most fascinating story crafted just for you. Welcome to the Gonzalo journey.